No live organism can continue for long to exist sanely under conditions of absolute reality. Even larks and katydids are supposed by some to dream. Hill House, not sane, stood by itself against its hills, holding darkness within. It had stood so for 80 years, and might stand for 80 more. Within, walls continued upright, bricks met neatly, floors were firm, and the doors were sensibly shut. Silence lay steadily against the wood and stone of Hill House, and whatever walked there, walked alone. That is considered to be one of the most perfect paragraphs ever written for fiction, or otherwise. In 1959, Shirley Jackson wrote The Haunting of Hill House. And it has been made into several films and into miniseries. Now, I won't swear that this is the first. This is in 1963, The Haunting. This one has the really great image with the door bulging when Eleanor and Cleo are in the bed terrified. But it is, as I said, one of the more well-known ones. 59 was when it was written, 63 when this is done, and then we have a bit of a gap, and the world remembered it. Why they ever forgot it, I'm not entirely sure. And even this, even though it says Bly Manor, is essentially another retelling of Hill House. What this comes down to is Hill House is a place that is owned by a woman. She's got a nephew who's supposed to inherit it, and he wants to go and see what it's like. But there's this parapsychologist who wants to go, and he has gone through a list of all these different people who have had psychic experiences to find who he wants to be his assistants as well as partial experiments when they're in this house. Cleo is one of them. Eleanor is the other. And it's Eleanor that Hill House latches onto. But in a way, that's just fair because she latched on right back. Eleanor is a middle-aged woman who hasn't done a whole lot with her life, who her sister basically expected her to take care of their ailing mother for years and years and years. Now she's living in the living room of her sister's apartment with her husband and kid. And while she helped pay for the car, she has to basically beg to be able to use a car she partially owns because her sister is like, well, I don't know if you'll bring it back to me in good condition. Talking down to her, you know. Poor little Eleanor can't do anything right. And in the end, Eleanor ends up essentially stealing her own car so that she can go to Hill House. And yeah, she never gets her cup of blue stars. And unfortunately, while she thinks she has found the perfect place to be, in the end, it's not. Because the book ends the same way it starts. It's the exact same paragraph. And what does it tell you at the end of that paragraph? Whatever walks in Hill House walks alone.